So welcome to session 8. In this session we will see some of the examples of obtaining analogous circuits. Now as a first example we will consider how to obtain an FV analogous circuit or force voltage analogous circuit from the given mechanical system. So here one problem is given. For the given physical system, obtain FV analogous circuit. So just observe the given system. It has one spring K, there is one mass M, and there is a friction B, and because of the applied force F of t, there is one displacement X of t. So therefore in the previous session we have seen how to draw equivalent mechanical system, because the procedure of obtaining the analogous circuit starts by writing the equivalent mechanical system as a first step. Okay, so therefore as a part of the procedure we are going to first write the equivalent mechanical system. So therefore as there is only one displacement in the given mechanical system, it corresponds to one node in the equivalent mechanical system, and to that node all the elements are connected in parallel, because they are all they are all under the influence of the displacement X of t. Okay, so therefore after obtaining the equivalent mechanical system, so the next step will be to write the differential equation at the node. So as we have only one node, there will be only one differential equation. Okay, so at this node what we have, mass is there, spring is there, as well as the friction element is there, and therefore we can write that the applied force F of t is equal to m into d square x by dt square, this is for the mass element, plus b into dx by dt for the friction element, plus k into x for the spring element. Okay, so once the basic differential equation is over, so next we have to apply a Laplace transform on that, so that we can convert the differential equation into a simple algebraic equation. Therefore taking the Laplace transform, f of t can be written as f of s, that is in the s domain, that is equal to m into, because m is a constant now, m into, so d square x by dt square, okay, or the Laplace transform of d square by dt square of small x is nothing but s square into x of s. Okay, so similarly plus you can write for the spring or for the friction element. So here I have written the spring, plus k into x of s, that is for this term. Okay, the Laplace transform of small x is x of s, plus the Laplace transform for this friction element is b is constant. So therefore this d by dt of x, its Laplace transform is s into x of s. Okay, so therefore by rearranging the terms we are going to get f of s equal to so here x of s is also taken as a common factor. X of s is present in all the three terms. So by taking common factor we have x of s into m square, m into s square, m into s square, plus b into s plus k. So we will take this as equation 1. Okay, so now you can apply the given analogy. So therefore irrespective of either FV analogy or FY analogy or torque voltage or torque current analogy, first we have to obtain equivalent mechanical system, and then we have to write the differential equation, then we apply the Laplace transform and arrive at this form, that is equation 1 form. So later, now as the problem is concerned with obtaining FE analogy, so we are replacing the terms by the analogous terms, like f of s will be replaced by v of s, x of s will be replaced by q of s, and the mass m is replaced by the analogous term L. Similarly for spring the analogous term is capacitance, 1 by capacitance, so that is 1 by c, and similarly for the friction the analogous component is resistance R. Okay, so therefore now we are going to substitute all these analogous terms in the equation 1. So therefore now we have v of s because now I am converting that f of s equation into electrical circuit equation. So therefore v of s will be equal to q of s into now what I have in the previous equation, mass into s square. So for mass m I have to substitute now L. So therefore now the equation will be, so take this s square as a constant, s square into L plus next s into R for the friction plus 1 by c. So constant we will write at the end. This is the after substitution. But we have a relation here, that is I is equal to dq by dt, because we are writing the loop equation. So therefore we have to show the loop current. Okay, so therefore now the charge term we have to convert it into current I term. So with the help of this relation, I equal to dq by dt, so take the Laplace transform for this relation. I am going to get I of s is equal to s into q of s, or I of s by s will be equal to q of s. Okay, so therefore now I have to substitute I of s by s term in place of q of s in the above equation. So this equation can be taken as, we will write some number for this. So take it as equation 2. Okay, so now in equation 2 we will replace all q of s term by I of s by s. Okay, so therefore rewriting equation 2, we have v of s is equal to I of s by s into s square L plus s into R plus 1 by c. Okay, so therefore this can be further written as, we can multiply I of s by s with the individual term here. So we will see that the s term is going to cancel. So here I am going to get s into L plus 1 by s into c so for the resistance, that ss will get cancelled, plus 1 by c into s only for the last term. Okay, so what is done here, I of s by s is multiplied with the individual term. We will see that ss is going to cancel for the inductor and the resistance term, but we have this one, just a minute, this is 1 by s. Okay, so 1 by s into c, so this term is 1 by s into c, it is not into s. Okay, so by multiplying I of s by s into 1 by c, we are going to get 1 by s into c. So I of s is anyway, it is taken as a common factor. Okay, so now we are seeing that the current term I of s has been introduced. Okay, so now we have to take inverse Laplace transform, so that we are going to get in the time domain. The equation is converted into a time domain, and using that we can write a circuit diagram. Okay, so therefore now in order to apply ILT for the equation 3, okay, so we are going to replace s as d by dt and 1 by s by integral of dt. Okay, so this is done when we are applying the ILT. Okay, so therefore now I am writing that v of s equation again. V of s is equal to actually I of s into s into L then R plus 1 by S into C. S into C. Yeah. So therefore this can be further written as, individual term you can take L into S into I of S plus R into I of S plus 1 by C into 1 by S into I of S. 1 by S into I of S. Okay. So now apply ILT. So after applying ILT, V of S becomes again V of T, because we are changing from S domain to T time domain. V of T is equal to now L into, okay, so here S should be replaced by d by dt, and I of S will be changed into I of T, okay, plus R into I of T plus 1 by C into, so 1 by S has to be replaced by integral of I of T into dt. Okay, so this is the time domain equation we have. Okay, so therefore now this is what is the final equation that we have obtained, using which we can write the FV analogous circuit. Okay, so therefore what we have, the final equation, V of T is equal to L into di by dt plus R into I of T plus 1 by C into integral of I of T into dt. Okay, so using this equation, now we will write the circuit, FV analogous circuit. So the FV analogous circuit is, okay, now before writing circuit we should first decide how many loops will be there in the circuit. So therefore number of displacement is only 1, therefore there is only one loop current, there is only one loop in the circuit. Okay, so here V of T is the source, then the single loop current, what is that, I will flow through initially through an inductor L, and later it passes through a resistor R, and also it passes through the capacitor C, and this current is I of T. Okay, so this is known as the FV analogous circuit. FV analogous circuit, which is written on the loop basis. So number of displacements is equal to number of loops. So in the given problem there was one displacement X, which leads to one loop current I of T. Okay, so this is nothing but one loop circuit. Okay, so therefore what is the procedure to draw the system, analogous system? So first we have to convert the given equivalent mechanical system into equivalent mechanical system. For that equivalent mechanical system we have to write the differential equations at the nodes. Okay, number of equations is equal to number of nodes in the equivalent circuit diagram or equivalent mechanical system. Then for those differential equations you have to apply the Laplace transform, and then in those transformed equations you have to apply the FV analogy or FI analogy, whatever it is there given in the problem. Now in this problem we have applied FV analogy So therefore we have replaced all the terms. Okay, so therefore once we replace the terms, we see that a KVL kind of equation is available. Now where we have to replace the charge q by current I. So there is a relation between I and q. Using that, it is possible to replace q of s by I of s by s. So by replacing that, we are going to get one more equation. Now using this final equation, we are taking the inverse Laplace transform on that, and during inverse Laplace transform we will do this replacement. Replace s term by d by dt and 1 by s term by integral of dt. Okay. So then by doing so, it is possible to get a KVL equation, a time domain equation. Okay, so as it is a single loop, we know that single loop current I of t is flowing through the circuit. So using this equation, now it is possible to write the circuit diagram. Okay, so this circuit diagram, if you write the KVL for this circuit, it matches with the above equation. So V of t equal to L into di by dt plus R into I of t plus 1 by C into integration of I of t into dt. Okay, so this is called as force voltage analogous circuit. Now similarly, it is possible to extend the problem, so where we can have other than one loop, like 2 loops or 3 loops also. So for example, here we have a system. There is a mass m2 and friction is b2, spring is k2, there is a one spring k1, all connected to this reference. So here some force f of t is applied. Okay, and because of that, the mass m2 here, it is getting displaced. Okay, x2 of t, and here at this node we have the displacement x1 of t. It is given problem, given mechanical system. Okay, so k1, then k2, there is a b2, m2. We have two displacements, x1 of t and x2 of t. So we have to obtain FV analogous circuit. FV analogous circuit. So therefore, in the solution, what is our first step? First step is to obtain the equivalent mechanical system. Okay, so first we need to get the equivalent mechanical system. So in order to draw the equivalent mechanical system, we need to count the displacements. So here there are two displacements, x1 and x2. So I am writing two nodes here. Then between x1 and x2, as it is clearly visible, there is a spring k1. Okay, then at x1 only we have this force also acting, and mass m2, b2, k2, they are all under the influence of x2 displacements. So therefore here I have to connect remaining elements, that is b2, mass m2, as well as the spring k2. Okay, so this is the equivalent mechanical system. Okay, so depending on the displacement, so we have connected m2, b2, k2 in parallel at node x2. Okay, so now as there are two nodes here, the second step would be to write the differential equations. So therefore node wise we will write. So at node 1, okay, at node 1, so what we have at node 1, F is there acting, and to node 1 only K1 spring is attached. So our differential equation will contain only F term and the spring K1 term. But K1 spring, okay, it is between two nodes x1 and x2. So therefore we have f of t is equal to K1 into x1 minus x2. So it is x1 minus x2 because we are writing at node x1 node. Okay, this we call it as equation 1. Similarly at node 2, what we have at node 2, there are 4 elements K1, M2, B2, K2, 2 springs, 1 friction and 1 mass are connected. Okay, so therefore we are writing the equation like this. First we will start with the mass term, that is m2 into d square x2, because we are writing at x2 node, dt square plus b2 plus b2 into d x2 by dt. So now you can observe that I am including x2 node, okay, plus, okay, which is the individual element we have next. Mass is over, b is over, then k is there, but k is but before k I'll include k1 because it comes between x1 and x2 node. Okay, so therefore plus k1 into, so as we are writing at x2 will come as a first term, it will become x2 minus x1. So when we are writing at node 1, it will be x1 minus x2, and when you are writing at node 2, it will be x2 minus x1, plus the last term will be, okay, we will include k2. So k2 is attached only to x2. So this is what is our second equation. Okay, so first step we have to write the equivalent mechanical system. As a second step we have to we have to write as a second step we have to write the differential equations corresponding to both the nodes. Okay, so then we have to write the Laplace transformed equations. Okay, so apply Laplace transform to equation 1 and 2. Equation 1 and 2. Okay, so therefore for the equation 1, the transformed equation will be f of s is equal to k1 into x1 of s minus x2 of s. So take it as equation 3. But for the equation 2, we have some 4 terms. So therefore m2 s square into x2 of s. This is for the first term. Okay, observe here m2 as it is, d square by dt square is there, so therefore that will be replaced by s square. Now d square by dt square of x2 it is, that's why x2 of s, term to term. Okay, then plus we have b2 into s into x2 of s plus k1 into x2 of s minus x1 of s plus k2 into x2 of s. So this is the fourth equation after applying the Laplace transform. So 1 and 2 are differential equations in the time domain. 3 and 4 are the Laplace transformed equations. So now once we obtain these transformed equations, we have to apply, this is the third step, okay, so we have to apply as a fourth step analogies. Okay, apply FV analogy, and we have to rewrite the equation. So what is that FV analogy? Mass should be replaced by L, B should be replaced by R, spring should be replaced by 1 by C, F should be replaced by voltage. Similarly, the X should be replaced by Q, and later on we will change that Q to I in the equations. Okay, so therefore by applying analogy, we are changing what? 3 and 4 equations we are rewriting now. So V of S will be equal to 1 by C1 into Q1 of S minus Q2 of S. So this I will call it as equation 5. This will be equation 5. Similarly, next equation will be what I have, M2. Okay, so M2 will be replaced by the inductor L2 into S square. Okay, next what we have, X. Okay, so X should be replaced by charge Q, therefore Q2 of S. Okay, plus next, what is the next term we have, B2 into S into A. Okay, B means we have to take the resistance now, okay, so B2 I am replacing as R2, S into, it is Q2 of S, because they are all connected to only node 2, that's why, plus next what I have, K1 term. K1 means 1 by C1. Okay, 1 by C1, it is between Q2 minus Q1. Okay, why it is? Because it is x2 of S minus x1 of S. That's why we are replacing now by Q2 of S minus Q1 of S, plus there is one more last term, that is C2 into simply Q2 of S. This is equation 6. So we have pair of equations starting from 1, 2. 1, 2 are nodal equations. 3, 4 we have the Laplace transformed equations. Then 5, 6. Okay, so equation 5 and 6 are FV analogous equations. Now next we have to obtain 7 and 8 also by replacing Q of S by I of S by S. Okay, so therefore Q2 will be replaced by I2 of S, Q1 will be replaced by I1 of S. Okay, how we have to replace? Q2 will be replaced by I1. Similarly, Q1 of S will be replaced by, this is I2, Q1 will be replaced by I1 of S. So therefore again we will rewrite. We have V of S is equal to 1 by C1 into I1 of S by S minus I2 of S by S. So this I am calling it as equation 6. Okay, 6. So now this equation will be 7. Okay, next I have to obtain one more. What is that? We have to replace now equation 6. Okay, so L2 S square, L2 S square, it is there, I2 of S by S, I2 of S by S. Then what we have, R2 into S. So R2 into S as it is, but it I2 of S by S plus, what is the next term, 1 by C1. Okay, so 1 by C1 into Q2 minus Q1. So here I2 minus I1, I1 of S by S plus last term 1 by C2 into what is the last, Q2 of S. So this will be replaced by I2 of S, I2 of S. Okay, so therefore here we see that this S, one S cancels, this S cancels. So remaining terms are L2 into S into I2 of S plus R2 into I2 of S plus 1 by C1 into 1 by C1 into, okay, so you can write it as 1 by S into I2 of S minus 1 by S into I1 of S, yeah, plus 1 by C2 into I2 of S. Here S will be included. One by C2 Q2 of S. Okay. So here we have the S term. S term is there. S term. Okay. So then we have to now apply inverse Laplace transform to this equation. So 8. We will call this equation as 8. Okay. So therefore apply ILT to 7 and 8. Equation 7 and 8. So therefore by applying ILT, we have V of t equal to see what we have, equation 7, 1 by C1. So this remains as it is. Only thing is now I1 of S, I2 of S. Okay. So we have 1 by C1, sorry, 1 by C1 into integral of I1 of t minus integral of I2 of t. So actually into dt you would write. So this is equation 9. Okay. Similarly, what is that other equation? Equation 8. Okay. So for this also you have to apply the ILT. We are going to get now 0, that is equal to L2 into d by dt. Why? Because we have S into I2 of S. Okay, so S we have to replace by d by dt. So that's why d by dt of what? I2 of t current. Yeah. Plus next we have the resistor R2 into I2. So R2 will be there as it is. For I2 we will write I2 of t plus. So next we have the capacitor 1 by C1. Now here it will be See, the difference is I2 minus I1. So here also it is I2 of t into dt minus integral of I1 of t into dt. Okay. Then we have the last term 1 by C2 into integral of I2 of t into dt. This is equation 10. Okay. So therefore now using equation 9 and 10 we can write the analogous circuits. Okay. So therefore in order to, before drawing the analogous circuit, once again I will take these two last equations. What is this? V of t is 1 by C1 into integral of I1 of t minus integral of I2 of t. This was first equation. What was it? Equation 9. And the last equation was 0, that is equal to L2 into d by dt of I2 of t plus R2 into I2 of t plus 1 by C1 into integral of I2 dt minus integral of I1 of t into dt plus 1 by C2 into integral of simply I2 of t. So this was equation 10. So now in order to draw the electrical circuit, so we have to refer to 9 and 10 only. Now as there are two displacements in the problem, x1, x2, okay, so it gives us two loop circuit. Okay, number of loops will be 2 here. So equation 9 forms the first loop and equation 10 forms the second loop. Okay, so therefore first of all we will write the first loop. First loop, what all it has? Okay, on the LHS we have the source, that is V of t, source is there. Then what we have, one capacitor is there, and through the capacitor we have the difference of current flowing, I1 minus I2. So therefore this capacitor will come in between two loops. Okay, so now as it is I1 minus IT, so this loop current is I1 of t. Okay, and in the second loop we have I2 of t current flowing. Okay, so therefore if you apply KVL to the first loop, we are going to get the same equation now. V of t is equal to 1 by C1 into I1 minus I2. Okay, then coming to the equation 10, which gives us second loop. So now what all components it has? The second loop has one inductor, one resistor, and again the second loop also has capacitor C1. So C1 already it is written. Now see the direction. Okay, it is I2 minus I1. So obviously it should be, when you are writing KVL for the second loop, the difference of currents, how we are writing, I2 minus I1 only. Now it is correct. And also the second loop has one more capacitor C2 also. So therefore now we are going to write the second loop components. We have L2, there is a C2, and there is a resistor R. Okay, so R, C2 and L, and C1 is a common term between the two loops. Okay, so this is what is our FV analogous circuit, or system for the given mechanical system. Okay, so what is the procedure? First we have to write the equivalent mechanical system, then we write the differential equations. Okay, so for these differential equations we are going to apply Laplace transform. Then we are going to rewrite the equations by substituting the analogy terms, and then we are going to substitute for Q of S by I of S by S. So after simplification, next we are going to apply ILT, and once you apply the ILT, we are going to arrive at two loop equations. Okay, so using these two equations, it is possible to complete the analogous electrical circuit. Thank you.